How's it going? Let's talk about the Ninja 400. This is a 2019 Kawasaki Ninja 400. I just got it 4 days ago. I have about 250 miles on it. So who's this bike for? Obviously, everybody says it's a beginner's bike. And it probably is. You probably could ride it as a beginner. It's powerful, but it's not too powerful. It's a great bike, super simple clutch, super easy clutch to pull in, super to shift, super smooth, everything, brakes are great. So is it a beginner bike? Yes, it is. Is it too much for a beginner? Yes, it is. It just depends on how you ride, and you can limit yourself to harness the power that it has. And I'm not talking, a liter bike power. I'm just talking a 400 power. So, is this for a short rider? Absolutely. Is this for a tall rider? Yes. I'm 6'3", 235 pounds, and I fit on it great. I love it. I absolutely have been having a blast with it. This week, I've just ridden it every single day. And, does it move 235 pounds? Yes, with ease. And I can't even get on it because I'm still breaking it in. So I'm kind of limited to that 5,000 RPM range. Of course, nobody adheres to that 100%, which you can't if you're riding on the highway. So will it move 235 pounds? Absolutely it will. The bike is an absolute blast. I live in the country, as you can see, so I ride a lot of country twisty back roads, and it tips into the corners phenomenal. It handles the corners great. It comes out of the corners great, goes into the corners great. It is a pretty phenomenal little bike. So for $5,000 or thereabouts, 5,500 depending. This is the black one with the ABS. I don't think you can go wrong. I mean, if you want a sport bike, if you're into sport bikes, I'm over 40 years old. So I don't need 1,000. I don't need to do wheelies. I don't need to do that. I just want to have fun on my motorcycles. I have a 2018 Indian Scout that's modified, and it rips. So when I want to ride a cruiser that's loud and obnoxious and rips, that's what I ride. And this will be like my little twisty bike. When I want to go riding twisties by myself, this is what I'm probably going to take. And I've just absolutely been having a blast. I fit on it really well. Even in the tuck, with my feet up, it's great. I fit on it better than a 650. There's plenty of room right here on the tank. And I got long legs. I wear 36 length pants. I'm 6'3", 6'2". And Ninja 650, my leg hits the tank up here. And it's very uncomfortable. Whereas here, it's just, man, I fit this so well. And do I look goofy because I'm 6'3" on this little 400? I don't really care. A lot of people, oh, you look goofy, you look big, you're too big for that bike. I don't care. No, I'm not. I'm not too big for it. It moves me around. I could probably do a wheelie if I wanted to. You know what? I guess at some point in your life, 40 years old, you don't care what other people think. You're wearing a helmet, you're wearing gear, they can't even see you anyways, unless you're a squid and you're not wearing your helmet and stuff. And I don't care what I look like. I have been having an absolute blast on this motorcycle. So I've had a KLR 650. That was my first motorcycle, and that was a good bike, I think, to learn on. Really heavy, really top heavy. I got rid of that. I got my Scout, and then I bought a second bike, which was a 2018 Honda NC750X. If you don't know about that bike, it's kind of an adventure bike. It has a cool feature where the gas tank is actually a trunk, and you can fit a full-size helmet in it. It's really great for commuting, which is what I bought it for. And I realized that traffic for me to get to work is just there's too much traffic, and I don't enjoy riding it, and sitting in traffic in full gear is hot and miserable, and I don't like riding like that. So I traded in and I bought this, and it was delivered on Monday, and now it's Saturday, and I have 240 miles on it, and it's just an absolute blast. It really is. It is just, I don't know, I can't describe it. And it's not that I'm riding it fast or anything like that. I guess it makes you feel like you're going faster than you really are. And it dips into the corner so effortlessly and so easy. If you're into twisties and you're into leaning the bike over, man, 366 pounds on this Ninja is absolutely amazing. It feels, for me, coming from heavier bikes, like I'm literally getting on a heavy mountain bike. It's awesome. So if you're doubting whether or not you can ride it because you're too short or you're too tall, don't. Go get one. Go sit on it at a dealer, go test ride it if they'll let you, and see for yourself. But for me, it's exactly what I want. It's just a little sport bike, has plenty of power for what I need it to do. Probably more, because I can't even get into really the power band yet, but I can see that the potential is there to really have an absolute blast. So people say it's a beginner bike or a starter bike. Yeah, it is, but for me and guys like me that don't need to run your bike at 12,000 RPM all the time, it's a great bike. So this is just me talking about this bike. It's good looking. It looks good. I took the 400 sticker off, and now you don't even know if it's a 400. If you're really into bikes, you would know that the back tire says that it's a 400 just because it's thinner versus 1,000. But most people out there, they don't even know. They don't even know what you have. The only gripe that I have on this bike, right now as it sits, is the exhaust. You can't even hear it. You can hear it when you start it, and if you rev it, you can hear it. But as soon as you take off, you can't hear it. You can't hear none of it. All you hear is the motor. So obviously that's going to get ripped off once I get through my break-in period. That exhaust will come off. The seat is actually not bad. The slant forward, if you're just riding in a straight line, 45 miles an hour, whatever speed, it doesn't matter, but you're just going in a straight line, you slide towards the tank and it gets uncomfortable. As far as my butt, it's not uncomfortable, but as far as other things, it gets uncomfortable. If you're in twisties and you're given that throttle getting out of the corners, it seems to give you just enough space to keep that area of your body comfortable. So I rode it 60 miles in the twisties nonstop and had no issues. My legs felt great. My butt felt great. I do have a Corbin seat on order for it. It will be here Tuesday. A little over $300 for that, and their seat levels it out. So you get a little bit more padding, but the seat levels it out. So when that comes, I'm going to do a review on that, specifically on the Corbin seat. But it'll be a while. We're going to have rain for about 5-6 days, and obviously I'll want to ride it before I actually give my thoughts on a $300 Corbin seat. So if you don't know what Corbin seats is, check them out. I have one on my Scout, and it's amazing. My Scout, I could ride about 30-40 miles before I had to get off, and now with the Corbin seat, I can literally go till the fuel tank's out of gas. So 100 plus before I even think about it. And I'm not getting off because my butt hurts. So that's my thoughts on it. You know, I was really apprehensive being, 230 pounds and 6'3", but I'll tell you, it's an absolute dream to ride. It is so much fun. I'm having so much fun on this little bike all by myself out in the country. I would have never thought that I would have that much fun on a sport bike. I've always wanted a sport bike, but when I started riding, the only thing that was available was the 300. Well, I'm too heavy for a 300. It just safely to ride 300 is just not enough. So the 400 or the CBR 500R, I think is another good bike, but it's so much heavier than this, and you know, the horsepower is about the same, but the weight difference, I think the CBR would be good for longer runs, not twisties, but it costs a bunch more, man. It's like $1,500 more than this one. So anyways, you know, if you're thinking about a small sport bike, I would really consider the Kawasaki Ninja. It has been so much fun. I'm just shocked at how fun it's been. Because I love my Scout, and I have so much fun on my Scout riding it that I didn't think it could get any better. And I'm not saying that the Ninja is better than riding my Scout. It's just different, and it is just so much fun in the twisties. Anyways, that's my thought. I'm Ryan from R&B Paradise. Like and subscribe. I'm trying to do videos, but you know, I don't have the motovlog. I don't have a camera for my helmet. I would like to get that, but I just haven't been able to do that yet. Let me know if you have any questions about the bike. I'll do my best to answer them. Hopefully you can see me sitting on it and get a good idea of what it looks like. Yeah, like and subscribe, and leave any questions or comments on the video. I would appreciate it. Thanks, have a good day.